since he left Everton has made him a better coach. And that sounds daft, right? Because he had trouble at Manchester United. He had the trouble in Spain when it never quite worked for him. Sunderland never quite worked for him. So, but I think these things, adversity sometimes makes you a better person.
I must say, I read an article today, Andy. It's remarkable how people look back with all the knowledge that they've gathered since the time of 2019, and they were battering Moyes.
Yeah.
Today I'm reading a piece suggesting that if Everton had done what they should have done and appointed him back then, they wouldn't be in this mess. Well, you've got to say that. If you genuinely believe those things, you have to say them in times of adversity, don't you, for David Moyes? And I have to say, we never gave up on the fella.
No.
He's a top coach.
He's a top coach, yeah.
Yes.
And undone by a dressing room at Manchester United. He was having to do the things that Fergie should have done, which was unload top players, and they didn't like it.
Yeah. He picked up a poor team, to be honest. Although they won the league, it was a poor team.
I always said that, Jason. And Moyes had to go in there and shift the likes of Rio Ferdinand and Evra and others, and they didn't like it. So of course they gave him a bad time.
He wasn't getting the investment that they've had since he left. Every manager.
No, but he didn't get a chance to invest, did he?
No.
He'd gone before the end of the first. What did he get? One window?
Something like that. Yeah.
Maybe two, and then
maybe two.
But
the key I always think the key to it is recruitment, though, isn't it?
Absolutely,
and if you don't get it right, you're going to fall on your sword, aren't you? And we've bought well. Souček and Rice have really, it's a fantastic partnership. The emergence of Declan Rice has been fantastic. Who else has he brought in?
Well, he's more Bowen. He's
Bowen.
Jared Bowen.
He's made a centre forward of Antonio, who was
Rama he brought in.
Wing back at one point.
They brought in Rama as well.
But the Souček one,
Craig Dawson he brought. Sure he did as well.
Yes, yes.
It really has worked for him.
Soufal at right back.
And they bought into it. And winning games at football clubs gives you a happy dressing room. You get a happy dressing room. It's half the battle, and they believe in him. He's got a work ethic out of them. And a philosophy that's working well for him. I think what's happened, I think it's a big result that for him. If they're hanging on to European football, aren't they? To make European football, they're hanging on. It's a great result for them. I think the fact that they've got such a slim squad is actually catching up with them now.
Maybe.
I don't think they're going to now push and get into that top four. I think it's going to be too much.
Force too much.
But, by the way, that result
might not be.
That result against Sevilla, by the way, who are serial Europa League winners in that competition, who are second in the Liga, is unbelievable. Yeah. What a result that is. So I hope they go on and do really well in that Europa League, because I don't think they're going to go over the line for Champions League football. And one way into it is winning the Europa League.
Do you know what I also think he's done in the few years since he left Everton? I think at Everton he was always regarded as being a very pragmatic coach, right? And I think that's still in there somewhere, right? I think that's still there. Part of him.
Well, he's a defender, isn't he?
What he has is today is an example of what I thought was he's picked 4 forward players really. He's left the 2 there, Declan Rice, Souček, but we know Souček's going to get forward, and he's picked 4 really attacking players to play at the top end of the pitch. I like that about David now. He's prepared to do that. He's still got it. Look, he went in against Tottenham and he changed. He went to a back 5, and he tried to make things a little more difficult. That's David Moyes that we know. Yeah. This team, it's almost saying Spurs are better than us.
I'll be pragmatic.
I'm going to design it. And he's thought, we're better than Everton, so I'm going to pick a real adventurous team, and he did that. I
think what you're saying is, because I found out at Rafa when he was at Liverpool, he set the team out not to lose rather than set the team out to go and win.
Yeah.
And I think David's looked at today's game and thought, I can set the team up to go and win. Where in the past, he might have been a little bit more pragmatic and set up not to lose and take a point. Where he's been a bit more adventurous, and it's paying off. It's paying off.